Welcome back to Law Ready for This, the greatest VGHS recap, analysis, review, research, thesis, license plate
Number one on iTunes
podcast on the internet. And we're here to talk episode 2.
Episode 2.
Of Video Game High School.
Second app.
Beginning of the deepest, darkest cavern. I don't remember the point in the hero's journey it's called.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's it. The deepest, darkest
It is the
cavern.
point when, it is. It's the
scary
point
cavern.
when
Scary
the
cavern,
hero questions his ability to take on the journey.
Allegory of the
Sweat.
cave.
Sweat.
I said it's wet. No,
Oh,
sorry.
it's
It's
sweat.
not. It's sweat. It's sweat.
Yeah. So, synopsis time. Brian, we start out.
He's looking out a window.
He is looking out. Well, first we see this wonderful montage.
Beautiful.
Of what
Amazing.
Video Game High School is. There is
The quad.
Yes. There is students playing FPSs outside. These monitors have no glare. It is truly
It's pretty impressive.
I don't know how they did it.
An ideal world.
Yes.
Paradise.
I like to believe they turned off the sun so they could keep playing video games.
There's a projected hologram
there
fighting
is-
game
and
happening.
there is a projected hologram fighting game that is also a photorealism capture. It's like 90s Mortal Kombat, and they turn that into a hologram.
It's sick.
It's amazing.
It's the future.
And there's just students walking around being cool. Brian is looking at them. And then
Longingly, wistfully.
Epic meal guy
Snaps him back
snaps his neck.
immediately.
Brings him
Dies
back to
on
reality.
impact.
Brings him back to reality. Tells Brian basically that he ain't shit.
He says every year it's the same damn cutscene.
Same damn cutscene. The one-shot wonderkind, and then he says, "Do you? I want." Well, it says that in the everybody agreeing corner or whatever.
Right.
The principal tells Brian about the
Calhoun.
rankings, and Principal Calhoun, Sergeant Ernie Calhoun, I believe is his full name.
Official title.
And I don't know what he was in the armed forces apparently, and he shows that Brian is at the bottom of the rankings.
Prestiged twice.
He prestiged
Prestiged
twice.
twice,
He's
yeah.
got the PPSH with all the attachments and the gold camo. Brian is at the bottom of the rankings. If he loses any matches, he is immediately expelled. Because that's incredibly fair.
Yes, that's how the school works.
But
you don't know that until later.
no, it's
that's
a little
reveal.
bit like selective breeding.
Yeah.
No, they say that because it says instant expulsion.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, immediately under Brian's name. It says instant expulsion.
Okay.
So,
Well, Brian acts like it's a real shock when it happens later. In
well,
the
I think
episode.
that the whole bit was that he wasn't paying attention at all.
Well, he's a
But
bit
maybe they didn't specifically say it's about matches. But
Brian
they
is a
did
bit of
say
a peanut-brained fool.
he's a bit of a peanut butter. And so then we are introduced to this other character, Key Swan,
Yes.
who is played by.
Ellery Porterfield.
Is it actually?
I believe so.
Okay.
Okay.
I totally blanked on her name. I was just gonna say not.
Glad I know that
Felicia
and not
Day.
the Epic Mealtime guy's name.
Harley.
Harley from
Whatever,
Epic
man.
Meal
It's just
Time.
gonna be Epic Mealtime.
Harlem.
Hi, Justine.
I Justine is
In
also
a
an
dual
epic
role.
mealtime.
She's the meal. I don't know what that means.
Got him.
I know what
dude.
that means.
Owned.
Pwned. So what a frag. Grant just
Shotbot's
killed I Justine.
Shotbot's gonna bring that one up later.
Hey, why don't they ever? Why don't they ever derogatorily call other students frags?
Boo.
No, I think it'd be great. I think it'd be great. No. Hey. Considering gaming culture, considering all the slurs
this
you
is a
hear.
culture-
These are the nice.
critique now?
These
Yes,
are the nicest
no.
gamers of all time.
Yeah, I know. For some fucking reason, they're all like, "Oh, you dumb noob, idiot!" Like they'd be just hard R dropping constantly if this was a real gaming world.
Most of
They
the
definitely
people at
We're
Video
getting
Game High School are
Solomon.
white.
We're getting Solomon to rewrite VGHS. Everybody's just gonna be yelling racial slurs.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd pay for that.
So we're introduced to Keith Swan, who makes games. She makes a fighting game as a joke in the first 2 minutes on
a
screen.
few frames of a fighting game.
Well, apparently it's a working game because Calhoun wins.
Yes.
In the
Calhoun
mock-up.
always wins.
Calhoun always wins.
Calhoun always.
And so she makes games, and apparently her parents make some kind of game.
Yeah.
I think they.
From
I think
a dynasty of developers.
You're right. I think her dad made Deltarune or something.
You ever play Zork?
Yeah. Did they make Zork?
No, I was just asking a question.
So they are told to report to their orientation guide buddy, who is Jenny Matrix, the captain of the junior varsity FPS team, who is in the quad, crushing cans
Just
of Monster.
destroying. That's exactly what I have in my notes. Is they're all crushing Monster.
Can I be honest? This is the saddest thing I've ever said out loud. When I came to college, I thought that's what college was gonna be like.
That's literally what I did.
I thought we'll talk about the end of the episode too, but I thought being in basements with my friends doing fake video game matches and then like crushing cans of Monster and then like doing these weird games. I thought that's what my college experience is gonna be the whole time.
Freddie won't lie to you.
Yeah. And the phrase he uses, by the way, her 360 Natty Ice.
The 360 Natty. I think Natty Ice is a person. Or that's what I took.
Oh, I thought it was an action. That she did a 360 Natty Ice.
That's what I'm with Danny.
Okay, well, I definitely could have misinterpreted that. I didn't.
Well, she's in the quad.
It makes no sense regardless.
She has to drink. Right. I think the game is that she has to drink 2 cans of Monster, and then she has to, with a blindfold on, put her keyboard together, and then fire a shot before the other guy can.
Typical.
It's like a duel.
Typical like frat house.
Yeah.
Hazing. Yeah.
And of course she does. And Brian says, "You know what this is time for? No. It's time to wear a fedora.
Time to wear a
cool hat."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he walks up with a fedora. Says, "Hey, I'm Brian D." And she just looks at him with this pure disgust.
And rightfully so.
And somebody remarks on his hat. And he throws it away.
And then says, only cool hats for this noggin.
And puts on another hat.
Yep.
Which is merch for the school that he just joined.
Yep.
What a cool hat.
And then all of a sudden, this asshole in the back.
Well, this asshole.
James Dean.
The other best character of the show.
Gets the hat. And people love him. And I'll be honest, I think this is one of the funniest jokes in the whole show. Because I do not fucking get it.
He's James Dean. He snaps.
I mean, I think...
What don't you get about it?
2 babes show up. He just walks off with them.
Just the turnaround of he throws the hat. Everybody was like, you look like a fucking idiot. And then he throws the hat and everybody goes, wow, that guy.
It really works.
It's so cool.
That's so
it really worked.
Funny. That's hilarious.
It is. There's like no explanation to this
it's
joke.
so absurd.
It's just.
It is the name.
And
James Dean.
James Dean? Holy shit, that's the coolest guy ever.
And James Dean never wore a fedora, so I don't get.
He should have.
This is gamer James.
He wouldn't have died if he wore a fedora. Then you can quote me on that one.
We can do that with every James name. Be Games Cagney.
Yeah, it would have been cool. That would have made more sense, actually.
James Garfield.
James Garfield.
James Joyce. Is there a guy in this world who is actually named James, or is everybody named James now named Games by this time?
Games.
By now.
It's all games. How could you not be a gamer?
Everyone's a gamer now.
Do you think that there is somebody who's like how we have Derek and they say it's Derek. Do you think there's anybody that's
who's
Oh,
that?
yeah, no, hold on. Rewind. I've never
like
heard
it.
it been called Derek.
Who was saying Derek?
stay with me here, or like Daryl and Darrell, right? Like,
Okay.
it's one
But those
spelling.
are just spelled. No.
Do you
Darrell
think
was
there's
definitely
anybody
spelled
who
different than
spells
Daryl.
their name Games but pronounces it James
No.
in the video game high school world?
No. They definitely would. It'd be the opposite way around.
So deep.
It'd be the opposite way around.
So, okay. So Games Dean gets his hat,
Yeah.
and then
Everybody's like,
Jenny
Becomes the
challenges
best
Brian
student
D.
on
to,
campus.
yeah.
that's how it works in
Jenny
college.
challenge-
He jumps so high in the rankings
does.
just from that.
He was going to get expelled. And also, by the way, she the best part is Jenny says, "Wow, cool hat, Frosh."
yeah, that's another great line.
Yeah.
So she challenges Brian to a duel, to which he says, "Sorry, cool hat on noggin guy, not here to play this game. We are here to get shown around the school." Jenny takes them to a room and then says bye,
Yeah, essentially.
where they meet Freddie Wong's son,
Yes.
Ted.
And another great pair of bullies.
It was a great pair of
Oh,
bullies.
the greatest.
Now, I know one of them's named a nihilist, but I don't think we get the name of the denim vest wearing one.
It's revealed later because he's on the FPS team,
Yeah.
but I can't remember his name right now.
I know it's one of the guys from 5 Second Films.
It is.
Yeah.
The name escapes me.
So we get basically they're bullying the RA who is Ted, and they basically Brian tries to stand up for Ted.
Yeah. He has a great diss. When they say, they ask if he got his keyboard and mouse from the poor store. He asked if they got their manners from the rude store.
Fucking obliterated.
No one makes fun of my manners.
I think I think the poor store is the funniest rhyme ever. That's I'm gonna start using that for everything. I see somebody with wax shoes. I go, "Where'd you get those? The poor store?"
Got him.
Because I make fun of the impoverished. Is really.
Yes.
So Brian D comes to the defense of Ted and gets challenged to a game in the boiler room. What does Ted call it? Do you guys remember?
It's the boiler room.
It is the point.
It's the boiler room.
I don't remember what it's
forgot.
called.
He says some phrase I was gonna look up before the episode and I completely forgot.
Again,
We did
failed
our
our
research.
We did our research.
I did.
Well,
Sorry, dedicate watchers.
Dedicate watchers.
Dedicate watchers.
Educate watchers.
Yeah.
educate
Weight
recorders.
So it is there that Brian starts this match. That I guess it's GoldenEye fucking pistols or whatever. The guy they both only have pistols and a tomahawk, it seems.
Yeah.
That we didn't even know was in play until then.
Yeah, which he pulls out of nowhere. He does not have a tomahawk on his person when he starts.
Well, oh wait, there's a really great bit though.
Oh, go ahead.
Earlier on, Key's trying to read him some like bylaw in the school's
Yes.
book, and he's like, "Can you paraphrase?" And she just says, "Read rules, important."
Yeah.
that's a good bit.
I think the best part is she starts to tell him, and then not annihilator,
A nihilist.
a nihilist. By the way, oh, it's I just remember the other guy's name, alliterator.
His name's Alliterator.
Yes,
That's insane. And I don't know if I
Alliterator.
believe you.
it's
No, you're
literally
right.
it is.
It's a literally.
Yeah, it's literally his name. But anyway, but a nihilist starts to crush and he just goes, he like starts like he's like, and then
Yeah.
Brian goes, I think it's maybe my favorite thing from the whole episode is just he just has this fucking weird scream moan that I laugh at every
A
time.
nihilist or Brian?
Brian.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like nihilist trash talk.
Oh yeah.
Says he's the shark.
Oh yeah.
Brian's admitting he was gonna eat him up.
So
That's just not realistic video game trash talk. I'm sorry.
so
More slurs being thrown
Exactly.
yeah, really. So Brian,
I like Ted as the announcer though. A lot
Ted
of
is
lot of
great.
energy
Yes,
in
yes,
that
yes, yes.
entire
Yeah.
sequence.
are you ready, best friend? Yeah.
Yeah.
So So Brian has to 1v1 this guy, pistols and what secondary weapons of some sort. Disaster strikes. His keyboard that they were making fun of him for. It fails. He starts running around in circles, firing. And which, by the way, I want to bring this up in the last episode. I totally forgot to mention this in the last episode. Melee in this game is spacebar?
Yes.
Oh, it's very confusing.
Yes.
But
maybe he just mapped the controls like that. Maybe
apparently-
he's just some fucking freak.
yeah, he's on tactical.
Yeah, let me reach all the way down and press spacebar to melee.
But yeah. So the controls start going nuts. He's firing into the ground, and apparently
Running.
Annihilus cannot shoot this guy.
No, he can't kill him for the life.
And so Brian ends up back out behind a pile of planks. He's hiding, and he's the controller is like backing up, so he just puts his back against the thing so he doesn't move. But he somehow, I don't know how to go, what eight-dimensional controls this fucking show has.
Sense.
He puts in a magazine and it's firing, and he throws the gun.
And it just keeps
And
firing.
it keeps firing.
firing.
Now, see, I thought how
Somehow.
video games worked was that if it kept firing diegetically in the game, it's because your guy kept pulling the trigger.
No.
But apparently in video game high school, the gun just pulls its own trigger as long as you keep hitting the fire button.
Yes, yeah, of course.
So he throws the gun at Annihilus, which the gun just starts going fucking crazy.
It spooks him.
Yeah.
And he runs out, and Brian turns around, gets a tomahawk.
Wait, why are you whispering?
It's intense now.
Brian turns around and gets a tomahawk, and he chucks it right into Annihilus' face, and he fucking slaughters him.
It's dope as hell.
It's
so
easily
sick.
kill of the episode.
Kill of the episode.
for sure.
Not
Well,
the
there's only
quality
one, I
itself.
think.
Yeah.
I think this episode actually only has
Oh, I know
one.
Calhoun kills.
Oh, Calhoun does kill Brian.
Yeah.
But I don't
It's
know if I
true.
would give that one the win over this.
No, I'm gonna give that. My kill of the episode. Calhoun's kill.
No.
Brian.
Frag of the
Calhoun
week
always
is definitely Brian tomahawking Annihilus in the face. And here's the other thing about that kill. I have tomahawked somebody in Call of Duty. Like, I've done one of those across the map
Way to brag
tomahawks.
about it.
I'm
So cool,
bragging
bro.
about it. It was 8th grade.
360.
Whoa, you peaked early.
I did. I'm not.
It's all been downhill
Here's
since
the thing.
then.
There was no peak. It was a plateau. I'm still there.
Oh wow. Okay. At least you stayed steady.
Yeah.
Cool.
It is like I said, like the kills in this show are just like, how do I say this? Bro, they make you feel like a gamer. like when he tomahawked that dude, I fucking felt it. I was like, I know that rush. I did the law. I
You
still
feel
get
it
that
every time.
rush. And I'm like,
That should be
God.
on like the DVD season 1 box. The kills in the show, man,
they
make you feel like a gamer.
Daniel Lampler.
It was a phenomenal kill, and we're gonna have many more of those.
So many more.
So that's everybody's kill. You said Calhoun killed.
Yeah. No,
Brian
I'm
is
just
your
thinking that. Yeah, he abolished it. Yeah.
I Ginny kills that other guy,
He does.
and that's kind of
If
impressive.
she does,
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on.
my bad. So is there anything else from the episode that you specifically want to bring up? I think that first of all, the arc that we're gonna have between Brian and Jenny, did you? Okay, this is
sorry,
this is
I'm
gonna
so
be so
sorry.
weird. Did you get a?
Adjusting the mic.
I'm sorry. We good.
Grant is so comfortable right now.
I'm so comfortable.
Pretty comfy.
Did we even introduce ourselves this week?
No.
Never introduced
Hi,
ourselves.
this is Grant to my right.
Hey, I'm Grant.
That's it. That's it.
All right, cool.
Grant's here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Did you
All
guys,
ready for this?
Were you guys in the,
Da-na-na.
wait, this is an honest point. Were you guys,
Thank you for being honest. At least.
were you guys,
Wait. I'm so curious now.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna live up to the hype.
What?
were you guys into Harry Potter growing up?
I
Read all-
read the first 2 books. I didn't really like them. and then I just watched like the last 3 movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
I read every book out of order, but I watched all
Really?
the movies. Yeah, but I saw all the movies in theaters in order.
Sick.
I felt about.
I started with Half-Blood Prince,
felt-
which was a weird jumping off.
It is a
Okay.
weird- that's a-
I don't
yeah, it's a
know
weird
why
sequence.
that was the one where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take the dive.
I felt
That's cool. I
like
like Phantom Menace.
Yeah, dude, a lot of.
I felt about Key and Jenny. I felt about Ginny and Hermione, where I was like, early in the books, I was like, who is Harry gonna be with?
Yeah.
In this, and this is how I felt about Brian. I was like, you could pick this, like Jenny, or you could pick Key, even though Ted really obviously likes Key.
Yeah, his
But I
first line to
his
her
first
is,
line
"Is he actually your boyfriend?"
Yeah, and so that's the thing is like, early in the show, man, I just fucking hate Jenny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she becomes very redeemable later, but early in the show, I'm just like, she's tsundere or what the fuck ever the anime kids say. She's just kind of mean.
Yeah, but like I thought it was interesting that she kind of like was just like not like super interested in Brian. You know, she
I mean,
wasn't.
I'm sure
like,
she has people coming up to her all the time.
Exactly.
She's the head of the JV team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
was
she's
just-
a girl gamer.
But I also,
she's the gamer girl.
yeah, but
Holy shit.
yeah.
Bro.
But I also
She's the
feel like
ultimate gamer.
at this
girl.
point, but the thing is, by the end of the episode,
And she's crushing monsters.
she's crushing monsters,
She's putting
bro.
keyboards together.
She
Bae.
pees so much.
Bro. She pees so much.
I
And
was-
it fucking stinks.
It's fucking acidic.
Yeah.
It's petri dish piss.
got
This
that-
petri dish piss,
She's
bro.
got that,
I'm loving
that
it.
food coloring in it. It's all whack.
Oh man,
So
taurine.
Yes.
I tell you what,
Yes.
what my cousin thinks taurine is. Have we talked about this? That
Something you
taurine.
put in
Zodiac
pools?
sign, huh?
What?
That's what you put in pools, right?
It's back in World War One, the Germans were using taurine gas.
It was just monster pubes. They were like, "Ugh, shit.
Nobody could sleep. They're just like,
I can feel the beast.
oh, sorry, I was gonna say about taurine. I remember now. My cousin, because taurine means like Taurus, like bull. She came up to me and she was telling me that like you know where they get that, right? And I was like, no. And she's like,
Oh, bull piss.
bull piss or
Yeah,
bull
I've heard
sperm.
that
And I was
too.
like, that's like high school urban legend shit.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Yeah.
So
Like the Mountain Dew shrinking your balls. Y'all heard
yeah,
about that?
yeah, dude, and it did.
No, like my balls
I
were
got
always
the tiniest nuts, man.
like it was
It's the
fine.
dude's
I was
fault.
knocking back the Baja Blast.
Jenny's nuts are gonna be so small.
That's crazy.
Well, yeah. Well, we see the shot in the third season, the full frontal, where you
The
see
full
Jenny's
frontal.
nuts for the first.
It gets wild.
Bro, stick around.
That's
And the
season
best
3,
part,
episode
the
1.
best part is that Brian does not judge
First
her.
shot.
Exactly. Yeah, it's great.
Very progressive.
But it does feel weird to me. That we're like, yeah, you know, Jenny's so cool, and like people are coming up to her. Of course, she kind of shrugs off Brian. But then by the end of the episode, he clearly wins his match kind of by chance.
Yeah.
It's against somebody that nobody cares about. Nobody fucking knows who a
Bro,
nihilist
everyone
is.
cares. I like when the alliterator turns away from a nihilist as he's leaving and shuns him.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a
But
good
then,
moment.
but then all of a sudden, Jenny's like, 4 more reasons. Like now she gives a shit, even though he has done nothing. Like he won a match, like that was. I mean, no, you're wrong. He won.
Yeah.
It was cool. Like I said, it was a cool gamer kill. But I don't think a nihilist is like he's. Hey, I don't think he's
Wasn't
somebody
particularly
cool.
threatening.
Yeah, he's not somebody. He's not some amazing threat or somebody like he's
He
not
was a
even
mini
killed.
boss.
Yeah, he's a mini boss, really.
And
but he's
yeah.
not even one of the good ones. He's like an early game mini boss.
Yeah.
It's like if you beat the first boss in Ocarina of Time, I'm not like, ooh, pro gamer here,
Right.
fucking good for you. Like, no, I just think it's weird how quickly she turns into being like, yeah, well, maybe you're pretty cool, Brian.
Exactly.
I don't
Maybe
know.
you have a chance. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Oh.
You're right.
I-
100% right.
But I guess I think they probably feel like they have to do that so she's not just like a bitch for like 3 episodes where she's just like, Brian, you suck.
Like you said, and not to spoil this 2013 show,
Yeah.
but she does definitely redeem her character. a
Oh,
whole
yeah,
lot
yeah.
in the series.
Oh.
One
They-
of the way more entertaining characters.
Yeah. You got any
Yes.
thoughts?
Yes,
Grant?
I totally agree, guys.
Hey, I understood. I agree with you. I was reenacting the agreement corner.
That was good. That was really good. That was a great callback to the best bit of the show so far.
Trying to think of any other funny bits that we had in the episode.
Well, we didn't even talk about the end yet.
Oh,
Brian,
sorry.
That's an
Yes.
important scene.
Yes.
So he, his keyboard fucks up. He's like, I gotta go back and maybe I should throw it away, right? Because, well, first of all,
It seems like he's just going to give up on VGHS entirely.
Yeah, well, with a nihilist gets kicked out of school and he feels really bad about it.
Now, hold up. Is it if you drop below the lowest rank or if you drop to 0 points?
I think it's if you drop to 0 points.
So this nihilist just fucking sucked. He was already...
he's garbage.
Well, but I think is because if you lose to somebody who has 0 points.
Oh.
Because Brian hadn't even gone to a class yet.
Point system.
Right. Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
I already... A lot of numbers.
I'm not.
A lot of numbers being thrown around this point system. Keyswan rattles off. Keyswan already has like 13,000 points somehow. I'm like, this. What?
Could you guys imagine being in like biology class and then you get a lower score than the person?
You study biology by bathing in the blood of your enemy.
With the you get a lower score on a quiz, lower than the person who has like a 2.1 GPA, and then the headmaster just emails you, you're expelled. Like, holy shit.
The headmaster.
Yeah.
Harvey. Dishes and get the fuck out.
Harvey?
Whatever his name is.
Calhoun.
Oh. I killed that shit.
So yeah, he a nihilist gets removed from the school, gets expulsed, and Brian feels bad. And then he's kind of reconsidering this whole VGHS thing as tangified by his keyboard. And, he goes out, he's going to throw his keyboard away.
Yeah, and the mouse.
And who shows up? The law.
And the audio is awful.
The
quality-wise, it's insane how bad it sounds.
I never know. But here's the thing. A testament to this show is that it took me 3 times watching it to notice.
Yeah. This scene the audio feels weird and empty. It feels... I know it's like in a, it seems like a parking
it's
tower.
funny because every time they point the mic at Brian, you can hear cars in the background, and then they turn the mic to the law, and you can't hear any cars, and it sounds like they're using like a lav.
Yeah, and
it's very funny. But
film.
But
favorite line in the whole series comes up.
But he just the law comes out and starts to give Brian a pep talk. He's like, you're throwing away your keyboard. And Brian says, yeah, I think maybe it's maybe it doesn't belong here. And he says, are we talking about the keyboard or you? And it starts to seem like the law is really a good guy. And he says, Brian, don't let anybody break you.
He also says you can't be the best unless you can be yourself.
That's right. And then he proceeds to break Brian's keyboard in
his
half.
Fucking knee says, and you're in my world now, Brian D.
Yeah, and he throws the unbroken mouse in the dumpster too.
Yes.
Brian could easily just get back out.
Yeah,
but
great moment, fantastic moment.
And he says, "I am VGHS." I am. And I think that's fucking true.
No, he says welcome to me, which I like that too.
He has 3 different ego explosions. It's amazing.
So
he does the same pose as the poster.
He does. He does
the
same pose. It's phenomenal.
Welcome to me.
Welcome to me.
Holy shit.
It's good stuff.
So that's the greatest character in all of media.
Yes, a true antagonist.
Number 1, maybe Oedipus. Number 2, the
law.
law.
The law, yeah.
So number 3, not Hamlet. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck white people talking about Hamlet.
So where are we at in episode 2? We've entered Brian's deepest, darkest dungeon.
Right.
Where he's giving up. Mm-hmm. He's giving up on VGHS because the law is a dick. He doesn't like the system here. Calhoun hates him. And now he is roommates with Ted.
Yep.
Which would make me want to kill myself.
There's a part where Ted is on top of a office chair.
Yeah.
And I was just stressed watching someone bounce around on top of one of those with a guitar in their hand. I'm like, this is gonna fucking hurt.
Was that a telly, by the way?
I would have to watch the scene.
He was a telecaster. I know if he broke it, it'd be bad.
I want to a recipe for disaster. I wouldn't be worried even shooting that stunt.
So. I mean, I think they must have had a pad on the floor.
I'm sure, but like even then, I just feel like you could fall off a chair like that so
can
easily.
happen.
He's bouncing. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Very unsafe.
So.
All the rooms in VGHS are padded.
Oh yeah. It's an asylum.
It's an asylum. That's the reveal at the end of season 7.
All this farming.
Where so where do you think this puts us? Like, assuming you haven't, I mean, we've clearly watched the show, but like outlook from the back of this episode going forward, as if you hadn't watched the show, where would you see this going? Where would you want to see this going?
I mean, I don't remember exactly how they get from every point to point. I didn't rewatch like the full season just now.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. I didn't rewatch the full season yet. I only watched these first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
I'm on my 8th rewatch right now.
I think he's going to try and join the JV team. I can't remember exactly when we get into that, or if there's a lot of just dicking around before we get to that.
But do you think Brian is good, or do you think he's lucky?
So far, he's just been lucky.
Yeah,
we haven't seen any skill.
So far, he has just been lucky.
But I mean, we see the skill in the pub match at first, where they talk about the Milwaukee Invitational. He's putting dudes down. But I mean, like, yeah, I think in so far just VGHS, he's just been lucky.
To answer your question, I remember watching specifically every week, tuning in to see the dynamic between Brian and the Law.
Yeah.
And to see where that was going to leading up to, spoilers for this 2013 show, like, like a season finale of them duking it out. Like, that was the most intense thing. It was like, holy shit, is this guy just going to get lucky again? Or he's going to, like, it's the fucking Law,
Yeah.
Like, this is the most badass character in the entire show.
And I think that basically just how much of an antagonist the Law is makes that better. It's really inside baseball. My screenwriting teacher, Eric Hansen, once told me you don't want to have a passive protagonist or a protagonist that is less interesting than the secondary characters. I think for a good portion of the beginning of the show, Brian is the least interesting guy.
100%.
Or at least less interesting than the Law.
Yeah. He's very like bland malaise, like early Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just the nerdy awkward guy who just somehow got here on a chance.
He's very likable. Like,
100%.
I love
Yeah,
him, but like he doesn't feel like he has like a thing yet.
No substance like to him. That's like, oh, I want to watch this because of him.
Yeah.
I'm watching it because of his dynamic with the other characters.
Right. Like, it's kind of him being forced into situations where you're having to watch this guy who has no real talent yet or a real goal, and he's just kind of like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. But at the same time, everyone's treating him like he's already a pro.
Exactly.
But in a way that is like, also we hate you.
Yes.
Which is great. Like, it's like there are some people who are like, yeah, like Ted's like, I love this guy. And everybody else is like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
He gets in because he accidentally beats the Law. Like, he's a shithead. And I just, I think it's a good dynamic, and but I do think Brian kind of finds his way like midway through the season, where I start to care more about Brian. So I think that's it for episode 2. Unless you guys have more things you want to point out about this episode specifically.
No.
Not that I can think of.
Not that I can think of. I think this is a masterpiece.
Games Dean, baby. Love Games Dean.
Love Games Dean.
Games Dean.
Games Dean is the best gag.
We're gonna have a Games Dean counter. How many times we see Games Dean on screen? We're now starting at 1 this episode.
Total of 1.
One time. One scene. Okay.
Just wait till he makes his comeback. It's fantastic.
Next week, on
All New,
we will talk about episode 3. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I can't wait.